Please tell me you know how to keep Excel from jumping to the extreme bottom of the workbook when using Control-C and Control-V. It really slows me down. Yeah, you know that laugh? That's code for been there. Yeah, and I'm glad to answer this question, not only to give you that answer and help you stop wasting time, but also to give you a golden key to how I got to where I am today with my Excel wizardry, as you put it. Where I got to where I am today is by paying attention to my mistakes. And I'll tell you a quick story about that after I answer your question. So the answer is Control-C and Control-V, right? Copy and paste. What is also true about these keys is that if you're using keyboard shortcuts, you're probably hitting Control-C. Watch this, like you can see my fingers on the keyboard. Control-C, probably using the arrow keys as opposed to the mouse, moving around and hitting Control-V for paste. But if you're moving quickly, and I know you are, because I know you, and that's how I move as well, then you're probably going so fast that at some point, instead of Control-C, arrow, 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 Control-V, you're probably hitting Control-down arrow accidentally. Now, this is where we get to the part where Jamie has learned half of what she knows today by paying attention to her mistakes. When you spot that something has gone awry, freeze. Look at the mouse, look at your fingers, look at the keyboard. Say, what the hell did I just do? Can I replicate it and do it on purpose when I actually mean that? So Control-C is probably what you did. And here's the thing, if there's a block of data and you're at, let's say, at the bottommost cell in that block of data, and there is nothing but blank cells between that cell and the bottom of the 1 million row Excel worksheet, Control down arrow is going to go right down to the bottom, because the Control arrow keys, either if you're on a blank cell, moves you to the next cell with something in it, or if you're on a cell that has something in it, moves you in the direction of the arrow that you just pressed across cells and cells of data until that block of data comes to an end. It works with the up, down, left, and right arrows. So that's the answer to the question. You're probably moving quickly and your fingers are not going in the right sequence. You're skipping around, hitting Control down arrow. The solution is to become a pianist and get your fingers trained to do things in the right order, or to, I don't know, have a macro so that different keys on the keyboard play different notes and you can play, there's Control-C, Control-V. In all seriousness, this is the first time that I learned to really pay attention to my mistakes. I was going really fast, just like you, and I was doing Control-C and I was doing Control-V, and I was also spinning the mouse wheel because it wasn't just a arrow. I had to click on things that were far away, and I'm clicking, I'm moving quickly. And all of a sudden, my whole spreadsheet gets this big. And it was a pretty good-sized spreadsheet, and all of a sudden, so I froze, mostly because I was in shock and scared, like, what did I just do? I didn't freeze because I thought it was a good idea to freeze and catch my mistake, but this is how I learned the technique. I freeze and I see my left pinky was on Control and my right index finger was on the mouse wheel. So I moved them again, Control mouse wheel, Control spin the mouse wheel, and that's when I learned that Control spinning the mouse wheel zooms in and out. What I had meant to do was Control-C, spin the mouse wheel, Control-V. So I went too fast, my fingers got tangled, and that's my long answer to your question. Your fingers are getting a little tangled, just operate in sequence, and also pay attention to your mistakes, because you get really fast at doing really cool stuff. And who knows what amazing things you will discover by the mistakes that you make. Next time you discover something awesome based on mistakes that you make in your fingers, post it. I will cheer for you, and I will start using that technique as well as everybody else on this thread as well. So, Andrea, thank you so much for asking that question. I hope you got an answer that's useful to you, as well as a golden key to some other things like, gotta start making lots of mistakes now so I can be an Excel genius. And that zoom trick is really good. By the way, it works not only in Excel, but in Word, it works in Outlook, it works in PowerPoint, it works in Adobe PDF, it works all kinds of places, even browsers I have discovered, because once I discovered this by accident, I started testing it on purpose, and I started learning some more things.